All
All right.
right,
All
you guys,
right.
welcome to the what is this now, you guys? Our third call together in the new coach mentorship group. I think this is the third week, so we have one more. Please do note that next week is Memorial Day, so it will not actually be on Monday. It's going to be on Tuesday, you guys. So just kind of keep note of that because we want to celebrate the day, and we doubt anybody's going to be on the call because I know I'm not. I'm having a pool party and cooking.
Nice.
I'm not going to be
Oh yeah, you got a pool.
at 7 o'clock. So yeah, thanks for taking the time to jump on, to be on here live. And if you're listening to
Is
record,
Ash out there?
that's great as well. If you haven't yet, mute yourself if you don't mind. And tonight we're going to be going over what we call,
Hang on.
or what we call the emPower Hour or Power Hour, Power 30 minutes, whatever you want to call it. Your
Work
pocket
your business. Yeah.
Right. We're just working your business. So maybe how many people are who are on here right now have actually kind of done a power hour or sat down and done that power pocket or now the Pomodoro technique? How many people have done that yet in their business? So we have a couple people. Okay. And that's great if you haven't. It's totally fine. Because that's kind of what we're going to teach you tonight. We're going to be walking you through it, but also this is going to be an active call. So we're not just going to be listening to one another. We're going to say, okay, now here is an activity. Let's go do that for, 5 or 7 minutes. Okay. So I think, right, Amanda, that's okay if we do.
Yeah.
It's typically kind of what I do.
Yep.
I do have kind of like a breakdown of a live power hour that I'll share my screen with and just kind of go through it with you guys. And then we can go from there. And if Amanda, at any point you want to just chime in too, then
Sounds good.
we can do whatever. Does that sound good, you guys?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll just kind of walk through this. So let me put it into maybe presentation mode, maybe. That's right. If not, we'll just do this. So assignment number 1, kind of how we're going to work through this is right. This is vital behavior number 1, which is attracting, connecting, inviting, adding. It kind of all goes underneath there. So we're going to find 3 people on Facebook that you aren't already friends with and aren't mutual friends with another Beachbody coach. Good luck on that, right? Because we find that to be hard. You find somebody, you think you know them, but then they're friends with like 7, 10, 15 other Beachbody coaches. So finding somebody who is not that and then friend request them. Examples are high school friends, people from your kids' schools, maybe a group that you're in, you guys, like maybe if you're in a dog group. For whatever reason, I don't have pets. I've honestly thought about getting a pet because you can find so many people to connect with through your pets. If I really liked pets, I would get one, but I don't. So if you are not or do not belong already to like a dog group or a cat group or the specific kind of pet you have, then I would take a minute too to add yourself to a couple groups like that because you'll be surprised. I don't know if Amanda, I forget. Do you have pets?
I don't know.
Okay, so never. Well, so she can't give you a good life story with that, but we do have a coach named Jackie who literally her dog has her own Facebook page and she meets people, you guys, through her dog's Facebook page, and she sells challenge packs to them and she has connections and she has relationships with these people through her dog's Facebook page. I'm not even kidding. So it's just another thing to make your brain think outside of the box, right?
Yeah.
So, and we can actually just do this right now. Let's just go through and do this as we're going. So assignment number 1 is just go add 3 people right now, right? Add yourself to a couple groups too. If you have a couple minutes, we'll go till what, like 7:12?
Yeah.
So it gives you 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't overthink it, you guys. I see Bree, your face is like, what? Don't overthink it. Just go through, and here, I'll even show you like another thing that you can do. So, somebody's Callie Risotto in the 2B group, life chafing. I'm sure they meant to say life changing, not life chafing. But so if you go to your friends thing right here, and so I have a ton of people to confirm. So a lot of these are coaches. So typically they follow you and then they unfriend you. But so if you go scroll down past people you need to confirm, and it says people you may know. Oh, I do know this girl. I am going to friend her right now because I follow her on Instagram actually. So she's a good one. So go there and look because those are going to be like people like friends of friends. Like, oh, Jessica Higgins. I follow her on Instagram too. So I'll add her. And then Allison Flowers. Do I know her? And so if you don't know these people, you can kind of, we have a couple mutual friends. I'm going to add her. Allie Flowers. There's my 3 people. That took like what? 25 seconds. It's only 7:08. So don't overthink it, you guys. And then I make a list. So I go here to my notes section. If you guys don't use your notes section, you should be. Because like, look at this. This is like my brain. Like I know it looks like a lot, but like, so then I'll find my May added people. And so this is how I track my people so I can go back and either unfriend them or find out who I did. So I haven't updated this in a couple days, but so today's the 21st or 22nd?
First.
21st. And so then I'll add those people right there. And so once they've added me back, that's when they get this little carrot mark. I call it a carrot. I don't know if it's called a carrot, but whatever. Yeah. This little sign.
Arrow guy.
So once they add me, once they accept it, then I will put that little thing there. And if they don't, then I'll go take them off. I'll wait like a week or two. Jessica Higgins. And I'll even put where I know them from IG because she's from Instagram. That's how I know her. And then the other girl is Michaela Bronson. I'm spelling that wrong, so I'll have to go back and Bronson. So are you guys adding people? Once you do, type those people's names in the chat box of our thing that we're doing. And she's also from IG. And if you have more than 3, keep going. Like if you have time, we still have 3 minutes.
Yeah, and another thing is Instagram too. Like your ads can be follows on Instagram. So like find like a big brand or something that you follow, and then you can follow people from there. Is a good way to like follow somebody.
Yeah.
Not another coach, but like
so you could type in like Brian Tracy. I like Brian Tracy or
like certain hashtags too.
Yeah. So a big one for me right now is post-hip surgery. And so I've been finding tons of people who are just like me, who are fitness people. Oh, see there, look at me. I've been using that hashtag because there I am. But I'm finding people who are just like me who are into fitness, and then I'm going and then I'm adding them, like, so I can follow. And you can do this from a desktop too, you guys, if you didn't know that. So I could follow her here if I want to, but I would want to go to her page first, kind of look at her, make sure she's not a coach. Oh, she has anxiety too, like me. She has a labral tear like me. So you'll find things that are similar to you.
But yeah, you want to look to see if they're a coach or not.
Yes. So she's into fitness. It's undecided whether she could be or not. She kind of looks like she is a coach already.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Definitely.
Yeah, but so you could follow them. So it doesn't just necessarily have to be on Instagram or on Facebook, guys.
If she is a coach, she's doing a good job without, with not making it super obvious.
I will follow her though and then go back. And then again, I make a note too.
And for those of you that don't know me, because I'm not one of the leaders of the new coach group.
I guess I could.
That's all right. I'm Amanda.
You're in there though. I figured everybody knew you. Sorry.
I don't think everyone does. It depends. I was who was supposed to lead the call last week, and then I ended up, but I wasn't there. So I am Amanda Hubert, and I am one of Lindsay's personally sponsored coaches. I've been a coach for about 4.5 years. Left my full-time career in education last year to coach full-time, and I live in Denver. So welcome. Yay. Hi. It's a little about me.
All right. Do you want to do the next one, Amanda?
Sure. All right. The next one is connect. So, our vital behaviors is invite, invite, invite. I like to think of it as, not invite, invite, invite. Connect.
Attract, connect, invite.
Attract. That was the first one. Attract, connect, invite. So you're attracting, you're adding people to your network, and then you're attracting them through your posts, and then you're connecting with them. So you can do a cold connect, which sometimes can be not as easy to do. I like to connect when people like or comment on a post. So you go to a post from yesterday or 2 days ago and see who liked the post or commented on the post, and then message them personally. Just, you could even, if it was a transformation post, for example, just thank them for the like, for the support. Thank you for the support on my page. It's so vulnerable to put myself out there, to share these personal things about myself or whatever it is. Just wanted to thank you. And that's all. You're not talking anything about a business. You're not inviting them to anything. You're just making a connection. So that's one way. Another way is to go to their profile then. And actually, you probably want to do this in there. Throw a compliment to somebody. People love compliments. Don't you love to be complimented? Like, love your hair, love your dress. Hey, I saw your professional photos from your cover photo. Like, who was your photographer? If it's somebody who's close, like that lives in your area and I'm looking for a photographer. You can ask them questions like that, but you're just looking to connect with them on a very, kind of surface level. And really you're looking for people who you have something in common with, right? You're looking to attract people that are like you, that you want to work with. If it doesn't feel genuine, if you go to someone's profile and you're like, it feels weird to message them, then don't message them, because they are likely not your people, and you're going to have it's just going to always feel weird. You're going to have a hard time talking with them because it's not someone that you really want to connect with. Um, so we can take a few minutes and go through and do some connects. It can be people, old high school friends. Some of you are brand new coaches, so you're going to be connecting with maybe old friends from high school or old friends from college. I know that's how I first started connecting, just reconnecting with people. On Instagram now, like for example, who Jolene just showed, she could have gone and messaged her and said, "Oh my gosh, I had a torn labrum as well," or and I struggle with anxiety too. Like, I just, it's great to connect with you. And it can be completely left at that. It doesn't have to be anything more than that on the first connect. It could be a simple, kind of thank you, compliment, and leave it at that to start. Because when you message somebody you guys didn't know, they're going to start seeing your posts more in their feed, especially on Facebook. So if you are connecting with them through Messenger, you're going to show up in their feed more. So if you just send them a thank you for liking my post or throwing them a compliment, within the next week, they're likely going to see a post of yours, and hopefully you'll then connect with them again. So I would let's do like another 5 minutes. It's 7:15. So like 7:21, 7:20-ish. But yeah, just go connect with whoever.
I'm going to check the chat. Bianca, Erica. Nice.
The update of Facebook on my phone is so weird.
Okay.
There's like the weirdest echo from somewhere. It sounds like, does anyone else hear it or is it just me?
I don't hear
No?
it. I mean, I was just talking to myself.
I think it's so weird. All right. Maybe it's just my come
Everyone else
happening
is
over here.
muted except for us.
I know.
And if you guys are muted, but if you guys have questions at any time, please feel free to unmute yourself. We just did it so we weren't getting a bunch of background noise. So
Yeah.
if you have questions right now, anything that we've already went over that you're doing, please ask. Okay. Amanda, do you find that you are more on Instagram or Facebook?
I'm still more on Facebook.
Me too.
I'm like, I feel like my people are still there. I don't know, maybe because I'm almost 40. I don't know. I feel like more people my age are still on Facebook.
Yeah. I'm trying to make the switch and be more on Instagram because that's where like
Me
my
too.
people are. That's where
Yeah.
like like when I find somebody like that, it's so much easier to find somebody who's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. I
So
know.
if, in case you guys are new to this too, realize that even though we've been doing this for a little bit,
Mhm.
um, it still is a little tricky learning a new platform or trying to figure out where you belong. But the cool thing about Instagram is that one, I feel like it's more positive just overall. And two, it
Yeah.
is easier to find those people who are like your tribe of people, like that girl. I feel like anymore, it's like post hip surgery, anxiety, maybe people who don't have children yet, a nurse. For some reason, I attract hairstylists. So I kind of look for those kind of people because almost every single, like a lot of my coaches are hairstylists.
Huh.
It's weird. But yeah, so if you haven't already, maybe make out a list too of a few of the things that are you, that when you think about good and struggle, things that you've been through, things that you've overcome, things that you're still overcoming, right?
Mhm.
My connects are done. Way to go, Bree. She's checking in. All right, so connects, and it looks like we're time is up anyways.
Yeah.
So perfect. So I connected also with 3 people, sent messages all on Instagram. So
Oh,
yeah.
good job.
Okay, so we'll go to number 3, assignment number 3, follow-ups. So follow-ups are so important, you guys. And when you hear people say this, and I didn't get it for like the first couple months. So if you're still like, here they go again with the follow-up talk, know that you're not alone on that. So, but the fortune is truly in the follow-up. And what we mean by this is that nobody really comes off of your list ever. They just go to a follow up list for like the following month, or maybe they're pregnant and it's going to be once they have their baby or they're having surgery or whatever it's going to be, right? So you always want to be following up with people all the time. Part of your day should include your follow ups, right? So one thing that you should know is you always have to have outgoing, which is why we invite first and which is why we connect and attract first. This is kind of gold talk right here, because in order to have follow-ups, you have to have outgoing. So in order to have outgoing, you have to have incoming. So that's why you always want to invite and attract and connect with people first and foremost, and then go through and do your follow-ups. Because if you never attract, invite, connect, any of those things, you won't have follow-ups to do. Okay. So go through your current friends list or your list of prospects and send them a message of somebody you've already been talking to. Right now, we're focusing on the to be mindset. Maybe it's somebody who didn't click going to the event right now that we're doing, which is like awesome, right? If you guys are in it, or maybe you invited them to check out coaching or one of your free groups or something else like that. Just say, hey, I thought about you today and I just wanted to see, if you were still interested in checking this out, right? We still have our free group going on through tomorrow. No big deal. If not, totally fine. Whatever you want to say. So, example, hey, I can move this over so you guys can see this. So you say, hey, something personal, like I just said, family, occupation, recreation, something you were talking about. I just wanted to follow up with you. I know last month you were interested in losing some weight, and I know you struggle with emotional eating, whatever it is. Wanted to see if you had given any more thought to checking out our free information group that's going on right now regarding the 2B mindset, or if you had any questions, I could answer for you. Let me know. Whatever you want to say at the end. Like, I don't ever say let me know, because I want to ask them a question and leave it open-ended like that, right? Because most time people aren't going to message you back if you say that. So just keep it like, hey, is there anything else I can ask you? If not, no big deal. Just want you to know that I'm here for you whenever you're ready. Something like that, take the pressure off of yourself.
Yeah.
So anything else you can add on that, Amanda?
Just like remember that most of the time people don't say yes on the first time. They're not going to say yes. Sometimes they need to see something or be asked close to like 7 times, I think is what research says.
Yep.
Like you have to see something or be invited to something 7 times before you actually say yes. Now there are exceptions to the rule, obviously, but the majority of our population are skeptical. So you have to remember that. And so many times when they do say no, or they don't respond to you, if they don't respond, they probably opened the message and then forgot about it. We live in a crazy busy world. So just when you're following up with somebody that maybe didn't respond to a message that you had sent to them, just be like, hey, I don't want to be a bother, but I know you were interested. You showed some interest. So I just wanted to check in with you and see if you were still interested in learning more about 2B mindset, or if you were still interested in joining the sugar detox group that I'm running, whatever it is that you're doing. Because many times it is just that they're just busy. It really isn't that they don't want, especially with like a free information group like that. It's
Or
a
if
little
they're
bit
like
different.
me, you like totally mentally responded but didn't really respond. I do that all the time. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, or I even type it out and I just forget to hit send. Yeah. Yeah. So I completely agree with that. So take about till like 7:33 and try to do at least 3, but shoot for 5, right? And then once you're done, you can post your follow-ups in the chat. Let me check the chat. And if you guys have questions again, feel free to ask.
Someone just messaged me saying that the link that Lindsay posted doesn't work. I'm like, we're on the call. I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm gonna go check.
I can post it in the group too.
The first link, like when you first see it, like if you click on that link doesn't work, but then if you scroll down where you reminded us about it, that link works. If that makes sense. Because when I clicked on the original one, it didn't work for me either. And then I scrolled down and it had a different link, and that one works.
They should be the same.
Yeah, it is the same. It's weird. Don't know. Are you posting it in the new coach group?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll post it in Goal Getters because I feel like there are other people on the team that.
I mean, that's the same link.
I know.
Right? That's your link.
Yeah, it's the same. So doesn't make sense.
I'm just going down. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Back to my follow-ups here.
Next.
Do, 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 do. Sorry, I talk to myself when I when I message, so sorry if that's bothering anybody. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm,
You also hum to yourself, huh?
mm. Sorry, guys, because normally, like, I would play music too.
Yeah.
It's just so quiet. I gotta fill the silence, I suppose. Oh, there's a good follow-up right there. Which reminds me, I'll invite her to my table. Huh?
Hi, TT.
Oh, hi, Nora. You're muting you, but I love you.
Is that your niece?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
I know. Where are you? I can't see you. Oh, there you are. I have you muted, Sheila, so I can't hear you.
So don't talk to us. I'm just kidding. All right, another minute. Once you have your thing, post your follow-ups in the chat box. It.
So what's the next thing you're inviting to, Jolene, is the coaching app?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that since you guys are planning it, and I don't know what you guys are doing for that, for invites?
Yeah, we can. So this week is the 2B mindset, you guys, the information group, right, for the challenge group. And we're going to help to close and help you guys close and invite to that over the next like Tuesday and Wednesday, essentially. And then next week is going to be a sneak peek, basically kind of the same kind of thing into coaching. So it'll be a way for you guys to let us be your unofficial experts, if you will. So you don't have to be the ones doing the talking. So again, it'll be just like any group that you kind of hopefully have seen a pattern of this, you guys. What we do is it's just like giving them information so they can gather their own right? Their own ideas about what they think this is or what they think that isn't. So they have an opportunity to ask more questions, to see if this is kind of a right fit for them. So the same sequence, I guess, of things will go down in the coach sneak peek, except obviously we're going to be talking about how awesome it is to be a coach, right? And what the different things that coaching can do for you in your life. And we may ask some of you to speak. There may be a couple, don't freak out. If there's a couple people who maybe want to share something, then you guys could go in there live. And because again, remember what facts tell, but stories sell, you guys. People can relate and they can understand and they can say, oh my gosh, if Bree can do this, then I can do this, right? And that goes for coaching too. That goes for a program, that goes for coaching, that goes for anything, right? You have the power to inspire other people just by doing that. So that's what we'll be focusing on this week. Moving into next week, we'll kick that off at the beginning of probably actually Tuesday, maybe, since Monday is a holiday. But I'll have to talk to Lindsay and a couple of the other people and see what they think. But yeah,
wonderful.
So that's what we'll be going into next week. So that's why number 4 goes into the challenge group. So this specific thing could be a challenge group, you guys. Amanda, you can talk about this if you want. It's the same way you invite basically to any of the things.
Right. And there's multiple ways to invite. So like we're using events a lot right now because it's kind of an easy way to invite, to give them more information. And then it feels a little bit more natural to then follow up with them in a message to talk with them in more detail about what they just learned. So a lot, we're using the event for To Be Mindset. And then the next thing we'll talk about is invite to coaching. So we'll use an event for coaching. But then there's multiple ways to invite. Like the easy, funnel to invite is to invite people to a free group. Like, who's going to say no to something free, right? Or more information, or like a free sugar detox, or the free nutrition group that we ran last week. Like that's an easy invite, right? So then from there you invite those people, which I assume that maybe Lindsay and Jelena talked about this in the new coach group. I haven't necessarily been following along. But you take those people who were in your free group that you invited to your free group and now invite them to a challenge group. Or it could be to a clean week or a boost group, or a 3-day refresh. That might not be as expensive as a full challenge pack. So you're kind of moving them from free to kind of a low paid offer to then our challenge pack offer, which is obviously like all in, like I want everything. That's our best deal, right? Like that is the best thing that we can offer people is that full support. You're giving them fitness, nutrition, support, accountability. Well, now with To Be Mindset, they don't even need the fitness to get your support and get results, right? But we know that equation gets them results when they have everything that they need plus your support to get them what they're actually looking for. So kind of moving them from that funnel, and then after they're in a challenge group, then you can move them to the coaching opportunity. But it makes it much easier if you start them kind of in a free group, start that conversation in a free group, and then kind of move them through that conversation kind of funnel. Obviously, if you know people and you are friends with people who are really into fitness, like you can throw that invite right to a challenge group. You don't have to start them in a free group either. But you have to, no one knows that except for you and that person, like whether or not that feels comfortable to you. I don't love a cold invite. Like nobody loves that. It's not the most genuine way, in my opinion, to invite to a group, but it can, and it has worked, right? So it's really up to you. Just like with To Be Mindset, and I hope this is teaching people with like themselves, right? You're learning what works for you and your body. This business is is the same way. You're going to figure out what works for you and your business. It's your business. You're the CEO of your business. So we are sharing things that have worked for us. We're sharing things that have worked in the past that might not work now. We're sharing things that work now that might not have worked in the past. But it's a growing process. It's ever changing. You're trying new things. You're trying new ways to invite. You're doing things differently kind of as you move through your business. But as a new coach, we are having you to go through what we think is best practice right now. But that might be different next month, if that makes sense. But you have to just kind of do what makes you feel most comfortable and most genuine for you and your business.
Yes. So take a couple minutes here and invite maybe to any of the stuff, whatever you feel comfortable, like she just said. And I'll be honest, you guys, sometimes like I'm teaching live for the first time since like I'm teaching Turbo for the first time live.
Oh, you are?
For years. Yeah. And like, especially post-surgery. So it's exciting. So I invited a ton of people because people are always like, where are you doing this at? And what are you doing? And so I'm inviting people to that. But I'll be honest, there are people that if I know they're local and they stalk me and they follow me and I think that they just need to see something, I invite them to work out with me. Like I'll just like, hey, I work out every morning at 5:15. If you want to come, you're more than welcome. And then my husband's like, who do you have coming over here? Do you know this person? And I'm like, I know him well enough. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, right? I'm not inviting some crazy weirdo into my house, but no, I don't always necessarily physically have met them before, but I've seen them online. I've kind of checked them out. And so sometimes just invite somebody over, invite them for tea, invite them over to make a shake, invite them over to work out. That can be also part of your invites. Because I'll tell you what, once they get around you and they see the energy and they try the workout or they try the shake, whatever it is, they're going to be kind of like, oh my gosh, okay, I want some more of this, right? And if nothing else, it's because they want to be around you. Because remember, anytime that you're inviting to something, people can go buy things anywhere. They can go sign up anywhere with anybody. But when they do that, they're buying you. They're signing up with you because they want you, okay? They want your energy. They want whatever it is. They want you. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So we'll go to like 7, let's say 45. So 4 minutes. I guess you have longer on this one, but we kind of just did 3 invites earlier. So we'll just play it by ear. Does anybody have any questions? Do they feel good about this? Like working time, kind of seeing like a structure of how to work through the important things, the first things first, right? I just spit on my phone. All right. So this is kind of a repeat of what we just did. So who of the people, what? Who of, oh, I just learned a new word tonight. Somebody said, it's beautiful here despite the fog. And I said, fog? They said, yeah, it's volcano fog. So in case you needed to know that, that's a new word, fog. Keep up with the times, people. Apparently I'm not. I think that's hilarious, the fog. I would not. Yeah. But okay, so when you just did invites, what did you invite to? Free group, challenge group, coaching opportunity. What did you guys invite to just now? You can unmute yourself or you can type it in the chat. All right, when you get in a new groups and have people comment on your post in that particular group, how do you transition to add to these new people? I always feel weird. Okay, so Bree, like, I guess it wouldn't feel weird if you, if you have a common interest. You have something, obviously you're in the group, so maybe you can find another reason why you would take it to private message or go back and start commenting on some of the stuff that they've posted in the group, if that makes sense. Go back and start the conversation there. So then when you friend request them, they're not going to be like, who is this weirdo? And then you can be like, hey, I see that we're in the same group. Like, I totally loved your post about your dog's new body wash you used on them, whatever it is, right? It's really cool that you do that with your dogs, or whatever kind of group it is. Just go back to the reason what like gives you that common interest anyways. Amanda, do you have anything else to add on that?
Yeah, same. No, just like if it doesn't feel, I always go back to it. If it doesn't feel natural, genuine, or like,
yeah,
that you really feel connected, then move on, you know?
Yeah. So Bree invited to a free group. The other Bree invited to a free group. Devin invited to, and am I saying it? Bree, are you guys both Bree or is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Invited 3 to a free group on 2B. Good for you, Devin. Jenna's 2B. Dante, the coaching opportunity. I love it. Super's 2B. Amanda was 2B. And mine was also the 2B group that we have going on right now. So awesome. Okay, so let's take, like, do at least one coaching invite. I know this might be super scary for you guys, but let's just do one coaching invite to somebody. Like, think of that one person that you would love to have on your team. Maybe it's your sibling. Maybe it's one of your really close friends. Maybe it's your mom because they're already your customer and they're already on Shakeology. Like, why not get a discount, right? So go message that person with genuineness, just saying, hey, I thought of you because I really want you to check out what it is I'm doing because I think that you'd be great at it. Whatever it is, whatever your spiel is going to be. From the heart, right? And just say, hey, we have a coaching sneak peek that's coming up next week. Would you want to check it out? Super simple, you guys. Don't overthink it. And everybody send at least one invite. Because I think we only have about 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
Are you guys sweating? Is anybody pitting? Does this make you nervous? Is this your first time inviting to the coaching? Devin saying yes. That's good. Bree's saying yes. Jenna, is she shaking her head? She's kind of like, oh my gosh. Okay. And it should be, you guys. That's just exciting. This past weekend, I spoke at an Emerald retreat. And the thing I think that I even have to remind myself sometimes is what we do is life-changing. We have the power to change somebody's life because guess what? Every single one of you on this call right now, has your life been changed by this in some sort of way? Is everybody's head shaking yes? If it's not, I don't know why you're a coach. I don't know. I don't know, right? But like, we literally are life changers, you guys. We're changing our own lives, but we have the power to help somebody else change their life. And we shouldn't keep that to ourselves because we're scared, because we're intimidated, because we're worried about what somebody else is going to think, because they might need this like you needed this. So the only way that they could possibly ever know that is by you opening your mouth or you typing and saying, hey, I thought of you. And if they think, oh, what you're doing is crazy, then okay, be done with it, right? Who cares? Because we know deep down what we have to offer is something that is valuable, something that could potentially change your life. Because if you're like me, this has literally changed my life 100% for the better. And I thank God every day that I had somebody who was brave enough and ballsy enough to invite me to this opportunity. Because if they wouldn't have, I wouldn't be sitting here on a call with you guys doing something I never thought I would do, right? So keep that in mind when you're inviting. Know what you have to offer is valuable. Believe it. And send that invite with confidence and excitement and maybe a little sweat underneath your armpits. But that's okay. Okay, did everybody send one at least? Let's see. Sheila invited she's still on the last one. All right, I want to see the person's name who you invited to the coaching opportunity. Hillary. Okay, Jillian. Bree's still typing. This is exciting. Christina. Kathy. I don't know about you, Amanda, but sometimes you still kind of get like that when you're inviting somebody who you care about. You kind of still get like, yeah.
100%. I'm sending one right now and it's still not the easiest thing but you have to remember, you guys, that you're offering. I always say, have you ever considered becoming a coach like myself, or at least learning about what I do? You don't have, and like, because for Jolene and I, we both work this business full time now. So people sometimes, I think, look at that and like, oh, I couldn't do that. But like, hey, you don't have to do exactly what I do, but like, could you help a few people in your network? You never know, or at least get the discount,
Yeah. And I still feel the same way. Like, I'm messaging a girl right now who I know from like when I was like 15. We used to work co-op together at Shalotsky's Deli, and she's been in my challenge group, and it's intimidating still to me. So just know that we still feel the same way. I got a little sweat in my armpits too. So, and this is literally what I said to her. So I know this might sound crazy because this is how I talk, right? This is how I would normally talk to her if we were face to face too. That's the other thing you want to remember. But have you ever considered doing what I do and as a coach? I love how you've been showing up in our challenge group, and I think that you'd be great at it. Like, just something super simple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just send it to her. Sometimes you just gotta send and close your computer too, right?
Yeah, totally.
All right, so Christine, her name was Beth. Kendall, Dante got 3 of them out there. Kendall, Chris, Antonio, Breeze was Lena. Okay, Bree, what'd you think? Like, I see her face. She's like, ah! All right, Jenna put hers in there. Yes, Jillian. Okay, so I think everybody who's on here. Sheila, there it is. Janet. Nice. Okay, awesome, you guys.
Nice. That's awesome, guys. That's
exciting.
That's like the scariest one, right?
Yeah.
Like, but again, they're not saying no to you. They don't see the value in it for them.
Oh gosh, and this girl just responded with an emoji crying face. I don't even know what that means. I'm not opening the next one.
Oh. She responded already?
Probably thinking like, are you crazy? Because she doesn't have belief in herself that she could do it. And I guarantee that's what it is. Or that she thinks she's not far enough on her journey to do it too. But anyways, all right. So is this assignment number 6, you guys? Like, we know this, right? Vital behaviors. What was your Shakeology recipe today? What was your workout? What book are you reading? What pages did you read? what is a challenger or coach on a team that you're proud of that you can recognize? So you can just type that in the chat box. Obviously, this is something that you should be doing every day. If you have a challenger or coach to recognize them in your team page or in your uplines team page, wherever you're at. And also put it out there in your challenge group or put it out there on Facebook her response is, I'm not a good role model. This past weekend I did horrible. I don't even know what the rest of it said, but you need to be recognizing those people, because think about how good it feels when you're recognized, right? I don't know, but it just like gives you like that. When somebody tells you you did a good job, it's kind of like, yeah, like I did. I can do this, right? Like I am doing a good job.
And then you want to continue doing a good job too.
Yes. It does make you want to continue that. So I'll type mine up. Let's see.
Yeah, my success partner does Wow Wednesdays on her Facebook profile where she recognizes somebody like publicly. She asks them like ahead of time and kind of plans it a little bit ahead of time, but kind of like that. Like if you're one that like likes things planned out, like, you know, Transformation Tuesday or whatever, you do like Wow Wednesday.
I like that. Booty. What was the other thing we need to do? So what was your workout? What are you reading? Oh, what am I reading? What am I reading right now? What is the name of that book? I can't even think. If you guys haven't read the 5-second rule, this is an amazing book to read to like make you, if you're like somebody who has like fear of failure to launch, like I'm just going to sit on it. This book is awesome. The 5-second rule by Mel Robbins. And if you want to understand the gist of it, it's like whatever you need to do, like on those invites, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, send that shit.
Because otherwise your brain gets in the way.
Yes, and your brain will get in the way all the time, 9 times out of 10. I can't think of the name of the book that I'm reading, so I have to think about that. Oh, positive leadership, I think is positive mindset leadership. I can't think of what the name of it is. Is that the last thing? Oh, and then somebody I can recognize would be Danielle. Making chocolate. Do you like high performance habits, Amanda?
I do. Yeah, so far.
I've heard it's really good.
It is.
GoPro is amazing. That's also another great book, Devin, wherever you are. Yeah, that's another great book.
Compound Effect.
Yes, Compound Effect. I've probably been proud of my sister. That's awesome. Hopefully you told her that, Bree, and you gave her a shout out in the group or somehow or on your page. I mean, she's your sister, so I'm sure she doesn't care. And if she is, you can say, well, you're my sister and I'm proud of you. So I wanted to give you a public shout out because what's she going to do? It's your sister. Right. I'd totally do it to my sister. Don't recognize Sheila. Getting back on it. Nice, Sheila. I have to go. Thanks for working tonight. Yes, get it, girl. You're a badass at making money. Oh, I love the first one. I haven't listened or read that second one, though.
I started that one and I never finished it. Ooh, The Universe Has Your Back. That was one of my favorites ever.
What is it? I haven't heard of that one. The Universe Has
Your Back. So good.
No. Who's the author of that?
Gabby Bernstein.
I want to recognize your friend Beth. Wow, 20 pounds since March. That's amazing.
Oh, holy cow.
That's awesome, you guys. Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you guys for sharing. I don't know. Let's see who else. Jenna just said, Pinich. Carrying around a 22-pound baby. Yeah, I packed my 5 boxes before my move. The Compound Effect is such a great book, isn't it? Wow, just for like life. I couldn't believe how much that applies to like life in general.
I should probably go back and read it. It's better.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those ones where you can go back at any different points in your life and read it and get something completely different out of it.
Totally.
Here's your nutrition fitness. Just joined us. Oh, congratulations on signing a coach, Jenna. That's awesome.
Yay, Jenna.
Bree, Adventures to Your Soul book.
Ooh.
Huh. Believing in yourself. 3 challenge packs. Heck yeah.
Yay.
That's amazing. That's super awesome. So I think that might, one more. Damn, my
I
mom's
think that.
control. Oh, that's awesome. I know my mom, I need to get her back. She just got back from vacation today. So I really want her to do 2B. She has a lot of intolerances, and I think tracking is going to be huge for her. So yeah, isn't it fun to be able to share this stuff with our families, you guys? Most importantly, I think it is. So, okay, well, we're going to wrap up. Thanks so much for being on, you guys. Did this help? Does this help to see how a power hour would go? We can share these slides. Amanda, if you want to, maybe put them in a file. Does it help you guys to know? So if you wanted to reference this back again, you could. It's just about, and so say maybe you didn't have a whole hour to do this again tomorrow, because that's a question people get. How in the heck can I build my business, but I only have like 30 minutes? Say you have a lunch break, you guys, you can take this exact same thing and just shorten it. So you could do 5 minutes on each topic, like attracting, connecting, inviting, follow-ups, invites, recognition, the vital behaviors, those are kind of done throughout your day, right? Because you're not going to do all of those in like one time. Maybe you do. Maybe you wake up and you do get all of them done at once. But ideally too, if there's other pockets of time, like your drive time, your in your shower, getting ready, like those are times that you can be listening to your personal development if you think you don't have time to get it in any other time of day. So keep that in mind and know that you can fit these into like little power pockets. If maybe you have 10 minutes, you can do inviting, 10 minutes, another part of your day is follow-ups, content creation, that kind of thing. Don't overthink it, because this business can be built in any 5 minutes of your time, right? And anywhere from your phone. It doesn't have to be long, drawn out, anything like that. So I hope that this helped you guys. And thanks, Amanda, for being on here and sharing this with us and bringing your wisdom and your knowledge. I always appreciate seeing something from a different perspective, even though like we're in the same business. No two people are doing anything the same. So it's nice to have something different to see too. Do you guys have any questions before we go? And no question, there's no dumb question if you guys are wondering something. Bree, do you have a question? Anybody? Both Brees, I guess. I'm talking to both Brees. Do you have questions? Awesome. Okay, well, if nobody has any questions, we don't want to keep you any longer.
I'll post the recording too, so if you want to follow back along.
And hopefully, like I said, this helped. Was this the first time you've done this? Was it helpful? Or sometimes it's nice, you guys, if you think, oh, well, it's a power hour, I don't need to get on that team call. Sometimes that's your time to designate time to get some freaking work done, right? You can tune people out, but just like, okay, I know what I'm supposed to do. I need to go to work. I'm going to go to work for the next, if it's a 30-minute call or an hour call or whatever, make a commitment to still be on there. Devin says, I think it was helpful.
Peer pressure got me. Good.
Hey, you know what? It's that positive, the PPP, positive peer pressure. Those are the people you should surround yourself with, right?
Yeah.
People who are making you level up. So, yeah.
And Lindsay Francis, I know you're like just ready to jump back in now. So this was like great for you, that kind of refresh of like, what am I supposed to be doing every day? Like, what are those things?
Go back to the basics. I know there's been so many times in my business over the last 5 years that I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, I just got to go back to the basics. And so this really helps you remember, like, these are the important things to do when you don't know what else to do. Go back and be doing this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Sitting down with others helps me to focus and not to get distracted. But what I could be doing. Exactly.
And setting timers, we kind of timed it for you. Like, we were your timers, but set timers on your phone and just, that's it. You're going to invite for 5 minutes and then you're done. Like, done. Throw it away till tomorrow, because you could invite all day. You could add all day. You could attract, but like the easy one is, right, just adding people or adding myself to groups, or maybe it's easy to write posts for yourself, writing posts, whatever it is. But you can't do that all day. You got to get on to the next one. So just like set a timer and move on and move on and move on.
Yes, love it.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Well, if that's it, then we will see you guys next week on our next live team call to wrap up the new coach mentorship. So thanks so much for getting on, and we'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks, Amanda.
Thank you.